Hello from the Arizona desert. My name is Tom, and I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona. And this is an episode of Helpful DoorDash Resources in the Desert. When I started back in 2020, I made a commitment to myself that anytime that I felt that I had a pain point position, meaning anytime that I felt frustrated or irritated with DoorDash or trying to make a delivery or pick up or tracking my acceptance rating, et cetera, et cetera, I would go out and I would look for a tool that was already developed, or I would create my own tool to try and speed up that process because I know the value of time. And anything that I can do to reduce what I call vampire orders or things that are going to suck my time away, I will go on out and I will look for one of those resources. Well, I've found some and I'm going to share them with you. The first one that I want to share with you happens to deal with apartments. Many of us get an order, we recognize the apartment complex, we zoom in on the map. We're like, no, I'm not going to do that because we know that it can be a drain on our time. Frustrating because we can't gain access into the community because there's no gate code listed or the gate code doesn't work. We try calling the customer, we try texting the customer, and we get no response. And the time keeps on ticking. And at $20 an hour, that means every 3 minutes costs you $1. So it's like, why would I want to waste my time on an order like this when it's a lot easier just to decline and take a hit on my acceptance rating rather than go through that pain? And so when I first started, like week one, I was like, whoa, apartment complex. Where's the building? Where are the building numbers on the buildings? How do I gain access? I can't reach the customer. This is really irritating. This is frustrating. Let me go search Google Play Store and see if I can find an app. Well, lo and behold, I found an app, and that app is called Beans. And I've always promoted Beans. I get no kickback or any referral or anything along those lines, but it's this one right here, Beans Maps for Apartments. So this Beans Maps for Apartments. Let's go take a look at some of the screenshots that they have. Fast and easy delivery. Helps you to find parking locations. That's what the P stands for. Find the exact location. You can zoom in with an aerial map. And they even have unique information on some of these maps if you have to park and walk in order to get to that location. Now, I have not experienced this in my area, but obviously it's a selling feature that they've got listed inside of this app. So once you actually install this and you go into this app, I'm going to use an address that does not have a gate code, but I'm going to show you where you would save that gate code. We're going to use 7900 East Princess Drive. This is called Hideaway North Scottsdale, and I'm just going to pick a random number inside of here. You can see I don't know any customers' names. There's no personal information. This is just luck of the draw. So I'm going to pick 2054, and you can see the map zooms right in onto that location. If I click on the aerial, the satellite view in the upper corner, it shows me a detailed aerial view of that. The P stands for parking. That little keypad shows where the actual door is, and then that's just a reference, building 14, number 2054. So I can zoom out. You can see this is a huge complex. And if you had to drive in there and read 3 paragraphs of information that the customer tried to provide to you in order to find their location, you'd be like, no, there's no way, excuse me, there's no way that I'm going to do these. And you're like, you recognize that address and you're like, decline. Well, let me tell you, whenever I do apartment complexes, I'm in and out of those apartment complexes in 3 minutes, and I never ever have to talk to a customer unless I choose to. So if you scroll up here, you can see entrance, and you can go in here and you can enter your own code. These do not come in pre-populated with codes. I just threw in a random #1234. This one doesn't even have a gate code, but I'm just showing you this is where you could actually put that information. This, and then you click submit, and then anytime that you entered in that address of 7900 East Princess again, it doesn't need to be this specific apartment in order to reveal that gate code. Anything with that primary base address will reveal the gate code to gain you access. Now, if there is a gate code that is provided by the customer and or when you enter this information into Beans, then my advice to you is to not necessarily follow the navigation to get to that location, but always go to the main entrance. The navigation will self-correct to get you driving directions to that apartment. So I'm going to say not now because I don't want to save this. If I click this navigation on the lower right-hand side, you're going to see it automatically starts the navigation, my default navigation, and will show me exactly where to go to get to the apartment and how to do the driving directions, and takes me right in front of the building. So no longer do you have to wonder where this apartment is. It's just a matter of entering in the information, the main address, selecting the apartment, and then clicking the navigation and checking to see if there's a gate code. And once again, if the gate code is provided by the customer, you just educate the app. It does not come pre-populated with gate codes. You're entrusted with that gate code. You can go ahead and save that gate code. A lot of people use a notepad or something along those lines, but that would be a pain, in my opinion. That would be another frustration, another pain point. So I recommend that you download Beans. It does cost money. Check with your accountant for tax purposes, whether or not this is a business tool and whether it's a tax write-off, but it costs $5.42. Let's just say $5 or $6. Let's just say $6 times 12 months. That's $72 that you're spending on this tool, but it saves you time every single time that you have to go to an apartment complex and that headache. That means over the course of 365 days, if it saves you 3 minutes, 6 minutes, $1, $2 every time that you go into an apartment complex, if it preserves your acceptance rating and you no longer are worried about apartment complexes unless it's grocery orders or something large that you have to carry up to the third or the fourth floor, etc., then this tool will pay for itself many, many times over. All right, with that, I'm going to let you go, but this is Beans. I recommend that you download it. Start getting your time back, and let's go, go, go.